What's going on, guys? Bao here, back with some genetic gladiators. So let's get into this today. We're going to be checking out the PvP, and as you can see, we do have a new mutant finally in PvP, which is really nice. We also have 500 gold and a platinum star. We also have the new implemented points. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to actually see how this actually works out. I know I didn't actually start when the actual PvP came out. The reason I haven't actually started on PvP until now is just for the fact that I currently don't have any tags. Like right now I do. I have, I think, maybe 20 of them, maybe 30. I usually never have more than maybe about 100. Probably usually a little bit less than that. Sometimes I do also only have like 5, 10, none. So yeah, my tag situation currently is literally all over the place, and if you're going to be playing PvP, you're going to want to have a really good tag, considering the person who goes first usually wins. So if you do take out one of their mutants, at that point it's 3-2. So I usually just take out their strongest and or their fastest. Doesn't really matter which one. I guess it really just depends on who you're actually facing, what team you're actually using. And I'm currently using X27. Really wish I would make that into a platinum. Still waiting on that. Shell Shock and the other one, which died already. So yeah, actually we're actually still leveling that one up since I barely got into a platinum. But I have so many mutants to get up. Current max is 110, so yeah, I got a long way to go, but there it is. Only got 10 points for that. I think the max you could probably get off of some of these fights is probably like 20. Considering we're still at such a low points that yeah, I don't think we get that much. Even if I found somebody with like maybe 5,000 points, which I don't think. Maybe some people have. I haven't actually looked at the rankings yet. But even if I found somebody with that many points, even if I won, I would still only get a max of 100. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to actually see how this actually plays out, and how many people take the time to put into PvP now to actually get up to that 1%. Because yeah, that 1% is probably gonna have a ton of points compared to the like 10% of people that are actually gonna be trying on the new point system. Or basically there's not a ton of cheaters now, so there's not as many points anymore. There's no way to get that many points even if you do manage to win with somebody with that many points. So you're basically capped at 100, which is really nice. The only problem now is if you're going to be starting off late like I am right now, you're going to be facing a ton of lower level players, just for the fact that that's basically everybody currently with the amount of points we have. We start off with 800, so everybody has that. So anytime you're going to be fighting, probably going to be fighting anybody. You could get somebody higher, somebody lower. Most of the times it's lower. Once you start getting in that top like maybe 5%, maybe actually top 10%, it starts getting a lot harder, and so on and so forth. But it might be a little bit different now, considering that the points have changed. So I don't know how exactly it's gonna work. Before there was just a ton of people with a crazy amount of points, and now you have to sit there and fight each of these. I've only done 3 fights. I only got 30 points. Maybe at 900, that's barely gonna be giving me, I don't know, not even, I probably won't even rank that high. So yeah, we'll see how many points we actually need for like the higher ranking stuff, considering that they threw in a new character that I don't think anybody has. I don't think they put that character out in anything I can remember anyway. Maybe in a box? I think that's a newer mutant. I'm pretty sure that's a newer mutant. But No, that is a new mutant. I should have actually went and checked the bingo, because if you actually look at the side of the bingo, it'll tell you what the character is from. If it's from like the PvP, they'll have the little PvP symbol. If it's from like a legendary, so on and so forth. But yeah, I think that's the first time this thing's been in the game. And then right after that, they have 500 gold, and then they have a platinum star. So pretty sure people are going to be going for the character, and then the gold right after that's a really good incentive, and then right after that's the platinum. But yeah, the top 1% probably have a ton of points by now, so unless I'm going to sit here for a long time, considering I'm getting 10 points per match, and maybe even sometimes 5, I don't know if I want to sit there for that long to get the platinum star when I could actually just buy them for a lot cheaper and or make them. So we'll see if I go for that. For sure I'm going for the character, which is usually what I go for. I might end up going for the gold just to have an extra 500. It's really not that big a deal considering I make 500 every 2 days, so yeah, that's not really a big incentive either. And currently with the amount of points we have, we're in the top 44%. So we're already top 44%. That's 5 fights currently. That's actually pretty good considering the event's going on for a couple days already. I'm not too sure what day it is already, but yeah, the PvP's been out for a little while, so I really thought they would have had more points by now. Maybe it's going to be a lot more higher though. I don't know, we'll see. We're probably upwards of 1,000 currently. Probably by the end of it, it'll probably go back to what it was before, like when PvP barely started off. Most of the times we would hit about 1,500 to 2,000 points in any given season. So it's probably going to go back to about that, maybe a little bit more considering there's a lot more people that play, so there's probably a ton more points out there, and the percentages are a lot more. But I'm guessing with at least, I don't know, probably 20 fights you should be, well, I don't know, probably more than that actually. You're probably going to need about 30 fights to make it to, no, you do need 30 fights to make it to the gold, so you probably need about 40 then maybe. I don't know, it depends if you win them all, plus how much points you're getting out of everybody. Like if you get a good fight or a few fights in a row that are really good, that are giving you that 100 points max, you're going to fly up through the ranks a lot faster than getting 5 points, than getting 10 points. So, I don't know, I guess it does kind of, it's kind of based off of luck at this point, because right now, as you can see, I'm drawing random levels at this point. They're just all over the place, because I'm only in the top 44%. So that's a lot of people to pick from, considering 1 point, I don't know, 1 point, closer to 2 million people play the game. Not daily or anything like that, but there's that many people. So we'll say 10% of that actually plays. Yeah, that's still a lot of people to factor in into PvP, because I think a lot more people are actually going to start playing PvP now that they actually changed the system a lot. Yeah, so we're on 8 days. Each event is 14 days, I believe. Yeah, 14 days, so that's how many days have passed, and still how many days we have to come. I would actually like to play PvP a lot more, and the reason you didn't see me start with the actual event is because I don't have any tags. Like, the tags I have are either really, really low, or I have a couple good ones. So I think the current max level tag I have is like 3,000 something. So yeah, I have that. And then there's a ton of people in between that. There's thousands. I think there's a couple 2,000 people. Thousands. And then it starts going into the hundreds, like 7, 8, 9. There's a ton of people in all those ranges. And when I get a tag now, it varies from starting at like 200 to starting at the 3000, but then dropping instantly down to like 100. So like my tag system right now is just all over the place, and have no idea what's going on with it. I have been deleting a ton of people as well, either for adding me to random stuff, so I've been deleting a lot of people like that. A ton of people that just don't even play, because I do add a lot of people that are a lot lower levels and they give up a lot easier, so I tend to have to go back through and delete a ton of those people, and lately a ton of them just give up. So I think I'm gonna start setting a requirement for either a higher fame and a higher evo, because it's a lot easier to get those things now than it was before. But we'll see how that turns out. But yeah, we're doing perfectly fine. We're almost at 900 points, so probably within an hour we can get upwards of the like 1000 something. So yeah, I could see people hitting the 2000 mark pretty easily. It's just a matter if that 1% of people is going to continue going and get up to like 3, 4, or 5,000 points, because normal seasons getting 5,000 points is not that hard, and it's usually what used to happen. Of course, they used to go a lot higher and stuff like that, but even for people that weren't cheating, getting like 3,000 and stuff like that points was not that hard. So I guess it just really depends on what the top 1% want to get up into with their points. But we'll see how this new like tag, or if this new tag thing kind of fixes. As you can see here, like my tags are literally all over the place, and the new point system actually works out a little bit better than previous seasons. It's all gonna come down to if they figure out a way around the point system, because even if you give yourself 100 points per match, I mean, that still might do it, but you're gonna have to put in more work and more time to cheat. Plus it might be a lot easier to catch people, considering the max is 100. So if people get 100, say 100 times in a row or 50 times in a row, probably not normal, considering you're gonna be hopping all over the place between points. Like I get 10 right now, maybe I'll get 20, maybe I'll get 5. It just varies all over the place. So I'm gonna see how this actually works out. I will try to do more PvP, but it all varies on how many tags I have a day, and right now that's inconsistent, so it really just depends. And there's the 900, but yeah, we got up to 28%. We should be able to get up to the mutant no problem. Getting up to the gold is going to be my next goal. We'll see if I can actually do it. But thank you guys for watching, and we'll talk to you guys later.